We've went from Ridge Holland begging for money to Scarlett and Karrion Kross trying to tell us how to make money. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. And it's not the first time that Scarlett and Karrion have tried to tell us how to make money, and it's not the first time they've been released from WWE. But during an interview with the coach, Jonathan Coachman, and everyone's favourite bro, Vince Russo, once again, we have Karrion Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux telling wrestlers how to make money, how to add revenue, how to monetize your content. And first off, I do find it ironic that two people that, let's be honest, in their two stints in WWE never drew a dime. They failed. They got released for good reason, yet they're telling all these other wrestlers how you can make money without the WWE. Well, if you don't, the way I see it, if you don't get released by WWE, then you don't need to make money without them.
Well, here, that's right, and it's not like if you don't get released, you haven't failed, but if you get released not once, but twice, and let's face it, they could go back and get released a third time if they really wanted to, but it's failure getting released. It's like, it's just the back door out. Oh, here, see if you turn out to be a colossal flop, then this is what you do. That's what it is. See Austin. See, in 97, when Owen Hart broke his neck, he could have just went, here, maybe this ain't for me, I'm going to go flip some burgers at McDonald's. No, he grinded it, and he got to the top.
He grinded, right. Anyway, this is what Scarlett had to say. She said, quote, "This sounds crazy and probably not very believable, but it's something I feel like the people in WWE right now who might be stressed out need to know. Am I, going to get released? Might want to hear this. We are making more than we were making there. And we were getting paid very well, but we are making more now weekly on the shows we're doing than we were at WWE. And WWE pays great, but it can be done if you hustle. So if anyone right now in any company has fear that you're going to get released, what am I going to do? Work hard. Keep your social media going. You're going to be fine." End of quote. Kross then said the following, quote, "You have the shows, you have the independent merchandising, you have toys, there are independent video games being developed that a lot of people don't know about. They're looking for unsigned talent. There are conventions," end of quote. Scarlett then picked up, quote, "Monetize your Twitter, monetize your Instagram. You can make money off your YouTube channel. They are all different avenues," end of quote. And Kross finally ended it with, quote, "Your income will not solely come from the independent shows per se. But being an independent contractor and not under the umbrella of somewhere, you have a whole world wide open," end of quote. So, again, we have Kross and Scarlett basically saying they're making a lot of money. She previously said that she was making more money than she would make in WWE, and together combined, they were making more money than they would make in WWE. And now they're saying it again, but she's claiming that you have to hustle, you have to do this, you have to do that. Now, I mean, they gave certain examples, but they didn't exactly directly, point out what they're actually doing to make that money.
This is her basically saying, here, you can do all this other things, but it's a mask, it's a cover-up for how she makes her money, which is OnlyFans.
Well, is it?
Well, I think it will be.
Well, we don't know that for sure, but if you want to jump the gun and...
Well, here, I'll jump the gun. Austin 316. We've played the game, right? See, monetizing yourself on Twitter, it gets you fucking hee-haw, let's face it. Karrion Kross on Twitch gets you, he gets you hee-haw. Monetizing yourself on Instagram. Well, she might do well on Instagram.
Well, no, she will do okay. She'll certainly do better. She'll certainly do better than Karrion Kross.
I think they're just raging, man, because what's happened is they've been released, and Triple H has essentially gave the role of these two to Aleister Black and Selena Vega, and now we're seeing them take on Cody Rhodes.
Now they're almost pretending, they're probably thinking, here, that could have been our spot.
But see, I think this is embarrassing, though. They've failed in WWE, whether you like it or not. The way they acted when they got a match against Sami Zayn in Saudi Arabia shows how small time they are. They were fucking creaming their pants that they thought taking on Sami Zayn.
That's actually embarrassing.
No, it is embarrassing.
I mean, why is he so excited? I mean, literally, Sami Zayn was doing US Open challenges. Anyone could have got a match against Sami Zayn.
No, what would
this guy was freaking out.
What would this guy have done if he took on Cody Rhodes? Would they have been able to get to the ring? Probably, they passed it?
Probably tweeting 24/7.
No, but see the way these two are acting, man. This is something that Coachman and Russo would bury. But once they get people on their podcast, they kind of just make good with them.
Vince Russo's always praised Karrion Kross because Ben Hameen does, and Obviously, Russo does a podcast with Ben Hameen, so he's not going to bury a guy that Ben Hameen likes. Now, I don't know if Russo genuinely likes Karrion Kross or whether he just says that because Ben Hameen does, but you hear Ben Hameen, you hear Russo, they talk about Karrion Kross as if he's something special. And it's like, I just don't fucking see it. Do I think Karrion Kross was the worst guy in WWE? No. If I had to release 10, 15, 20 people, would he have been one of them? No. But do I think that he stood out as like the best guy in the company? Do I think that he stood out as someone who had major potential? No, I don't. He wouldn't have been the first guy I'd have released, but I think he's a dime a dozen. There was nothing like majorly interesting in the guy.
The fact that Aleister Black and Selena Vega have replaced those two, and it's felt seamless, and hell, dare I say,
well, here, I'm not going to turn around and say that Aleister Black's better, because that promo he cut in SmackDown, I will say Karrion Kross is much better on the mic.
No, he is, but does it feel like there's a gap? Does it feel like, oh, Aleister Black, man, he's inferior to him, he couldn't live to... It doesn't... I don't get that vibes. You know, it's not like we've replaced Goldberg with Gillberg here.
No, now, I did the maths last time. Now, Scarlett was making over 40 grand a month on her OF, and I looked at the numbers that Karrion Kross was making on his Twitch, because the last time they pointed out the actual social medias that they were making money from, and Scarlett says that with her Twitch, with her OnlyFans and Karrion's Twitch combined, they were making more money a month than what they were making in WWE. So then I did the maths and I worked out, Scarlett's making over 40 grand. It was just over 40 grand, so like give or take like 40, 41, 42, somewhere in that ballpark. Then I used, I think it's like Social Blade or something like that. So, and I worked out on average how much Karrion Kross would make on his Twitch with how many average viewers he gets, and how many times he streams, and for how long he streams. And then I worked out on average what the likelihood is of donations that he would get. I was also in one of his streams for like 2 hours before. Wasn't really watching him, I just had it on. The guy didn't receive a single donation, and he didn't once get above double-digit viewers. So, I mean, I've seen it from my own eyes, but I worked out that he was making probably somewhere around the $500 to $1,000 mark per month. And I know this because I know people that do Twitch, and I speak to them, and like relative, like friends with them or whatever, and they are more successful. They've got more followers than Karrion Kross, and sometimes they barely scrape 1,000. So I know this guy is unlikely to be. Now who knows? Maybe if the odd stream he gets Scarlett on or something, you've got some horny guy, he might start sending in the donations. But the point is, she was making like over 40 grand. This guy was struggling to make a grand. So their combined wealth is basically like he's bringing to the table 1/40th of her wage. Now this time they didn't mention OnlyFans. One of them did mention Twitch, but I don't know. I just think it's incredibly lame. It seems very one-sided here. I look at like obviously her OnlyFans is going to blow away his Twitch. You mentioned Instagram. She's the one that's going to be getting...
Yeah, it's not him.
She's the one that's going to be getting... Her pictures are going to be getting a couple 100,000 views. He's not. And here, I'm not necessarily blaming him, because that's the world we live in. See if you're like a hot woman, it's so much fucking easier for you to make money. You need to be like a real star to make money. I'd actually argue that Brandy Rhodes would make more than Cody Rhodes if she started... Well, obviously he's top guy in WWE, so he's getting the big money. But you need to be like the top guy. You need to be one of the top guys in order to generate more than your hot significant other.
Yep. And Rhodes is lucky that they've strapped the rocket to his wee goofy fucking ass. But
let's say you take people in their primes and you put them into this current day age with social media. Like Austin could make more than Deborah.
Yep.
If The Rock was dating someone, he could make more than them. But see when you drop out the main event scene and you go to the upper mid carder, it's like, who do you think would have? Let's take these people for 2000 and they were married. Let's take them from 2000 and put them into 2025. Who's making more money, Billy Kidman or Torrie Wilson?
Torrie Wilson.
No, it's not even fucking close.
Oh no, Billy Kidman.
See, see whoever Tori Wilson would be dating, she would need to be dating, I think, like a Stone Cold Steve Austin level star in order for her to be getting out earned.
Yeah, but it's like Karrion Kross, right? See if his Twitch get demonetized, they wouldn't even feel it. See if her OnlyFans got took down. It goes beyond feeling it.
Yeah, now she didn't mention, maybe she's not doing that. They talk about independent shows, maybe they are hustling. Who knows? She's getting older now. Maybe.
I do not believe for 1 second they're making more. I feel like
without that,
yes,
yeah.
And without WWE,
I tell you what, if they are making more, and the majority of it's coming from indies, then no wonder these indie shows go fucking nowhere. Because see, I heard that Mercedes Moné was charging 25 grand a show.
We'll put it this way, her that's on, what was her got left NXT, 75 grand a year, right? Is Karrion Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux going to be on like 1 million times more than that?
No.
So therefore, it doesn't surprise me if the OnlyFans is back. Would have to be. You'd have to add the OnlyFans and the indie shows.
I'd imagine Karrion Kross is probably on a couple $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
Scarlett Bordeaux maybe a little bit less.
Yes. The
fact
they said here, we need him, not you. You can sit out till he agrees.
He also mentioned toys. It's like, listen, I don't think I've ever seen a Karrion Kross toy, and that's when he's in WWE.
I was in Smith's earlier and I didn't see it.
No, but what chance has this guy got toys? I mean, if he could
there's probably more BMO toys on the
yeah,
shelves.
but if he could barely get a toy while being employed by WWE, what's his chances of getting a toy when he's outside of WWE?
No chance. The indies don't do toys.
And even if they do, it's just, I don't know, man. Here, good luck.
They don't have the reach, right? See, WWE have got all these different toy companies and fucking brands that they can go to. See, an indie company, they're probably only going to be able to sell in the state they're situated in. I
just don't believe that Mattel are individually reaching out to Karrion Kross saying, oh, here, we want to make toys on you.
Absolutely fucking not. But either or, how they're making their money, who really cares, man? You know, see them saying that, yeah, maybe they're looking out for their fellow wrestlers. See, at the end of the day, they're supposed to be wrestlers, supposed to be in the wrestling business. That's the thing that they wanted to do and grew up wanting. All these people, and if you end up being successful in something else, that's good for you. But at the end of the day, you've still failed. Like, see The Rock. The Rock didn't fail in wrestling. He fucking transcended it. These people failed and then are going to make it elsewhere. If they do make it, there's levels. There's like Cena as well. Hogan. See your tops, like Brock Lesnar. He didn't fail in WWE, he went to UFC.
The Peacemaker's fucking flopped, I'll tell you that.
You know what I mean, though? Like, they didn't fail in WWE, they just went on to better things.
Well, I mean, at least they didn't start a GoFundMe. That would be embarrassing.
No, that would be embarrassing.
Anyway, guys, that's it. We'll catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.